Conscious Reconstruction Podcast. And this is your host with the most, aka motherfucking Tony Melbourne, aka prettiest motherfucker on the planet, aka Ash your bitch, aka Mr. Fantastic, Ash your girl. Hey, they different people. I already know how you niggas are. You got a bitch and you got a girl. I know, so ask both of them because they both love me. Anyway, aka Mr. Mirror on the Wall, who's the prettiest of them all. Again, that's me, aka Tony Berry Gordy, aka Mr. Podcast, aka Mr. Who the Mirror on the Wall, aka Not You Bitch. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
All my AKs for today. I like the aka Not You Bitch at the end.
You should be DJ AKA. But you can't take that because Earl Sweatshirt is DJ AKA.
I was looking like, I bet you just gave me one. Like,
so.
Yeah. And as y'all can hear, Ash in the building.
It's Ash.
With the fishnet. Giving us a little sexiness.
I feel underdressed. Like, I don't know. Because when I had the jacket, it tied it up together. But this just feels like a big ass t-shirt.
It looks really cute.
Really?
Yeah, no.
I was just like, please. Everyone's looking at me. I'm like, please stop. I feel like I wanted to go to bed.
Who is everybody?
I don't know. People in the theater.
Everybody's like, they was looking at the movie.
No, when I was walking through.
Oh, fuck
yeah, they was looking at the movie. And
no, like at the,
and the person.
Like if I'm walking through and shit. Yeah. Not at the movie.
Well, like Ash, you said at the movie.
Movie theater. I have incomplete thoughts.
I got you.
Oh,
we all do.
I'm mad you said I have incomplete thoughts. Not in sentences. Incomplete thoughts. Like, my thought just stopped in the middle. I don't know where that bitch was going.
And I say them.
All right. Okay, you know what? So this big dog in the middle and bitches Jones, as y'all can clearly hear. Yeah. Big dog gave us some crazy news, but we won't share that with y'all because it ain't none of y'all motherfucking business. Anyway, we are here to talk about us. And so,
not us, but us.
The movie Us.
The movie
we need to start clarifying.
Yes.
Because I got tripped up.
We
like,
talk about us.
Y'all know what it is.
And I was just gonna go into spoilers. Spoiler alert! And realistically, we could drop this the night that the movie came out. And y'all be so sick with me because I could drop this Friday morning and y'all be mad because I'm childish like that. It's like, here I go. Listen to this before you go watch the movie Us.
Man.
Nigga said a whole fucking movie.
Fuck your whole movie.
So then, and then,
so I feel like we can go up around the room and see everybody's opinion. We gonna get Ash last because Ash is always weird.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ash
so,
last.
Jones, how'd you like it? All right, we gonna get Jones last because Jones and Ash is weird today. All right, Elite. Big dog, how did you like it?
Big dog, I liked it.
All right. Look at that. See,
I thought
some positive energy in this bitch. Finally,
I thought it was really dope, and it wasn't what I expected it to be.
Hey, you know what?
So
I agree with that.
I don't know what I expected it to be because the trailer was so
Yeah,
vague,
me neither.
But what I thought I expected it to be, it was not, and I like that it was not.
I know what I expected it to be, and I'm happy that it wasn't that.
Yeah.
What did you thought it was gonna be?
I thought it was gonna be kind of like how the first one was kind of like a commentary on why society wanting to be or infiltrate blackness.
Right.
I thought this was going to be kind of like a commentary on how we are our own worst enemy.
Oh, didn't think of it like that.
It's just with the concept of us, and then like you never saw like any of the other like us people. It was just them and that family. And then kind of like even in the beginning when she got into her whole vibe of you had all this wonderfulness, which could basically be like the people among our own community that are well-to-do doing shit like that, and then the ones from the hood that look at them a certain type of way or things, or vice versa. And so, but then it just took a completely different turn, and I was like, oh well, that's not where this is going. All right,
that was a good thought on that though.
Well, yeah, that's what
I never even thought about it like that.
That's what that was. I mean, just with Jordan Peele and just like my general thoughts on like what he might take it to. So that was before I seen the movie.
Okay. Well,
He speaks.
I like the movie. It was a good movie.
He had to think 5 minutes before he could decide if he liked the movie or not. That's a lie. He's a liar. Just because he says it calmly doesn't make him not a liar.
All right. One, her being
oh, you just go straight into the
Killjoy.
who she was.
Should we talk about what the movie was. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just talking about like, oh, should you give like a synopsis first? But no, go ahead. I'm thinking out loud.
Okay.
Can I just say that actress is so fucking pretty?
Which one?
Lupita?
The mom?
Nyong'o?
Lupita Nyong'o?
I can't remember her name.
She is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, Lupita is
I was
gorgeous.
in the movie like, whoa.
She's also played in. She was in Black Panther, I think.
I know, but I just was like staring. They had some good close-ups of her. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just was thinking about her black skin and her lips when I'm listening.
Yeah. So where was I?
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
I got cut off by two different people. I had to get back where I was. Okay, so I don't know how I was saying it and not saying it. The others, or the tethered ones, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think originally that, I guess the main character, her tether was so weird, I guess, in a sense. Like just seeing her when the whole family just first showed up, and you know they were all in the house, and she was just like, she didn't seem as like, you know, awkward as the other ones. That's something that like came off as to me in the first place. Like, maybe it was the way she moved. I don't know.
The way she moved was very like,
I don't know. I walk like that sometimes, so I don't. It
was really like still kind of like.
No, cause like the way she moved, but she didn't move her upper body. It was just all it was body, like lower body movements. Yeah, I move like that sometimes. So
I think that she wasn't so weird because she was.
Well, yeah, that's why. But I mean, originally watching like in that part of the movie, you didn't know that.
Yeah.
So like she didn't stand off as much as the other ones. Plus, I mean, her talking was. I don't know what to.
Well, I think that
I don't have a word to describe that.
I feel like I don't want to give spoilers, but this shit is like about to be spoilered out.
All right,
but
so since they don't want to give spoilers, let me help y'all out real quick. So, the mother got smacked up by her other us, and when that bitch started talking, she was like, "We had to eat the raw meats."
Facts.
There was no Arby's. We got the meats down there at all. They didn't have the meats.
She had that raw rabbit.
Raw meat.
So basically, she had this disjointing conversation. There's gonna be lots of spoilers throughout here, so I'm gonna just give lots of spoilers real quick, so they don't feel bad about spoilers. So, end of the movie spoiler, fucking the mom is actually one of the tether people. So now, boom. Y'all shouldn't feel bad about anything other because I spoiled the whole.
Well,
that's done for.
Spoiled
Spoiled it all.
What I was gonna say was because her ass got strangled.
Right.
Her voice was like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing for me that made her weird. Like other than the way she moved, but I couldn't understand why she moved like that though. Like why she walked like that.
Wait a minute. So now that brings another question. So if the girl was the basement dweller, what would be her? Obviously, the motivation was for her to come up here to live this extravagant life, but the person that was from the real world, so to speak, organized them to rise up. Mm-hmm. Why?
Because she's mad that she trapped out there now.
So she was just gonna let all of them go?
Yeah, why?
But why wouldn't you just focus on getting the fuck out? Like, but how did she get in?
Why didn't she just walk out?
Why did? Thank you. I'm just
I
was
mean,
that locked?
First,
was the
she
place
had
locked
her
in?
like handcuffed to a bed, so we don't know how long she was actually handcuffed to that bed.
But as soon as she started learning how to dance
and shit.
Yeah, she should have just bounced.
At that point.
How long was that though? She had grown up by the time she was
she
a
probably
ballerina.
like, maybe like 13 or something.
Okay, that's 4
Right,
years.
when I start having my period, I'm
In
like,
the
I got to
basement,
go.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, so here's a
Every week they wouldn't have known what the fuck was going on.
Why didn't she just walk out?
A little bit of human psychology. All right, we don't know why she didn't rock out because we don't know how long she was down there locked up and couldn't get out.
I feel like probably because she was controlled up to the point that she stopped dancing.
She stopped dancing?
That's what she said.
Because Tether Girl came up,
Uh-huh.
took her place. They put her in dance to help her start talking.
Mm-hmm.
she kept dancing and said that she felt it one night that tether changed. She stopped dancing. I'm assuming that's when old girl was like, you know what? I can get free. I's free now, boss.
Right.
Think about it like
Because
that.
that's what she was like. The people, when I was dancing, noticed I was different. And you saw her in the middle because she was doing all that weird ballerina shit.
Yeah.
And then everybody was around her. And so that's probably when she really like got everybody's like, oh, we fucking with you. We can let you leave. It's probably holding her back for real.
I don't know because they ain't hold the other girl back.
I don't think they understood what the other girl was doing.
You know, it just made me think about when she keep losing her son. Like, did she have to overact? Like, she really gave a damn?
Well, no, I think she really did care about the son
Yeah, I
because
think
that
she
was
did.
her son.
I mean, those are actually her
But-
children and everything. Like,
And I think she really loved him.
And that's the fucked up part. It's like,
Because, well, now she's accustomed to this world.
yeah, like this is her world now. Like, well, not even- it's
Yeah.
not her world now. It's just like she took something from somebody else and was like, I'm about to use this, which is
So
like,
wouldn't she rejoice that she brought the people up? Like, because she doesn't kill. Never mind, she killed those twins.
yeah,
She killed, the twin.
So
girl.
do she-
taking niggas out.
So that's what I'm saying. Do she really care? At the end of the day, is she like, no, you guys go back. I
No,
only
she
want to
was
be up here.
she didn't like. If you think
She didn't
like,
care about none of that.
I don't think she was in
Oh.
there. She wasn't down in the movie theater. I don't think she was in there when, like, were you in there when she was walking through the bottom bars? Like when they were showing everything that she went through and like
I don't think she was in it.
the second flash, pretty much from her actual like.
Okay, so basically she found
So she went down into
To-
the actual. She went down. She
you saw
went
the
through
son get taken?
the house.
Yes,
I mean,
and that's when I
the
walked
one-
out.
Okay,
She went through the House of Mirrors thing and kept
for a
going
second
down,
time.
and it ended up being
Like
that place
super
where
deep.
they were downstairs. It
Five
ended up being in the
Oh,
ground.
okay.
And they explained that the
And at the
government-
beginning, they said it was like tunnels and shit. Like,
that we had no reason, and they were explaining that the government.
It also makes
had-
sense why she knew where the fuck the door was.
Yeah,
and she knew exactly where the fuck she was going.
Yeah, she knew that there was a door back there and everything like that. That all makes sense now.
Yeah. She, knew
So
exactly
she
where was
basically
And
was
she
saying
was
that the
there,
government
that's what
created.
she's from.
Yeah, it was like 'cause she
body.
walked straight to the door and just like
Mhm.
kicked it, like just hit it open and walked through.
going.
Yeah.
She didn't look for nothing.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele actually really good at giving those clues. Those
I mean, like if you think back, he was dropping clues the whole
movie. Like when that
Was it?
spider was
Oh,
on the
yes.
table and it was like a plastic spider, a fake spider, and then
Oh,
the real
coming out the
spider,
fucking yeah.
like
Yeah.
twins. Yeah. Twins.
Yeah. Like yo, you was coming back for you, bitch.
Knock knock. Who's at the door? You.
Yeah, no, but it was
Man, then no, like the husband was pissing
It's
me
real
off.
funny
man.
though. It's
man.
it's
He was
like what
making
happened
me
to her
mad,
tonight.
like-
What
They
did-
made him
What
so
happened? What did
useless.
she
Like
lose?
They made him useless as fuck from the
Oh
jump.
my
I'm gonna
God.
fuck your
I was
knees
just like,
up.
okay, so
And then I can take you to the bank, nigga. This is you.
that was
and me
bad.
Standing in front of you and me. What the fuck is this?
I don't think he noticed that yet though. Outside of like her sitting in front of her, like I don't think he was really paying attention to the fact that dude was like him, because like he started talking.
And them kids. And
You
then
didn't notice
no, but
the
he
daughter?
Said it, he said it again though. Like
That nigga, he
after
ain't know
she
this
told
shit
her
for
whole
real.
Story. She hit her with the it was God.
That's
She was
'cause-
about to get
That's
into the
because he
fights.
wasn't. That's because that motherfucker wasn't listening for real.
Bruh.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Bruh. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga? This is the most non-black nigga in the movie I ever seen. Like,
When he got his fucking bat taken, that shit killed me. Like,
well,
How you
How
get
you-
your bat taken? Why would you put your bat near somebody where somebody can grab it?
yeah.
That annoyed me.
But then I was thinking like, well, maybe because he knew what he was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he got it taken. Like the other
Yeah,
one knew
now-
what he
yeah.
was gonna do.
Right.
nah,
I was
fuck
thinking-
Abraham. Abraham's old
Abraham,
grunt
you suck,
ass.
bro. You suck. But you did kill 2 of them.
Like,
Some way.
Yeah.
Killed.
You had 2 kills. Oh.
But that made me wonder if Jordan Peele wrote himself in that character, and then like now because like women empowerment is such a popular thing, like in that moment where he was like, "You don't get to control nothing
Yo,
now."
on that part, I was thinking that like, all right,
I said, "Okay,
black mom takes charge."
right."
Like
So
I
I
was
wonder-
thinking that like,
So I just wonder if he wrote himself in that role because the nigga had glasses just like Jordan Peele. The dude looked like Jordan Peele for real. Like very, very subtle, very subtle similarities.
They got the same
but
head shape and everything.
yeah, and like
They
I
like
said,
what
the
look
glasses gave it away for real. And I think Jordan Peele is like on the shorter side, so he would like kind of
definitely is
ideal
the
himself.
Mhm.
But no, I just thought it was funny. Like, oh, okay, I understand. Women are in power. Okay.
I was really thinking that.
I didn't take it that way. I took it as through the entire movie, it kind of had been like the traditional
He was like, yeah,
power
we gonna go
structure.
to
Yeah,
the
making
beach.
decisions and everything. Pretty
the
much.
traditional
We gonna
dynamic.
do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they just at that moment she was like, "Nah, you clearly making the wrong decision.
Cause you don't really know what the fuck this is for us. So
I'm gonna make the decisions now because what you said don't make sense."
Facts though.
And so it just seemed like a moment of frustration inside of what it is normally, because it seemed like we got to see like the traditional, like, what you don't normally see is like the male female dynamic between a black couple, and like it seems stable and there's no real issues. He was a little
Right.
dumb, but that's what you see from all typical male female dynamics in Caucasian relationships for real.
Yeah, like with Marge and Homer.
he's
Yeah,
always a dumb man and a woman. So I'm
he
not
always
really,
got a prize for no fucking reason.
Yeah, so I'm not really upset about like him being like the typical stereotypical dumb guy, because that's just like anybody else. But it was just cool to see like him still be like the head of the household.
Right.
And not,
Yeah, and not to see all that dysfunction.
Yeah.
That was really
I agree.
refreshing.
I can
like,
agree with that.
right.
oh man,
Like
they
they were
not-
just going on a nice family vacation.
ain't nobody yelling at each other. Ain't what's that girl? What's that woman's name? Not Loretta Devine, the one that just came out the book that's bipolar. Ain't nobody yelling at each other. You know what I'm saying? Just
she came out
regular.
with a book and she's bipolar.
No, she had a lighter complexion. I can never remember her name. She in Blackish. I think she the grandmother.
Oh, I know what you're talking.
You know who I'm
about. I
talking
can't
about?
think of her name.
Everybody's auntie.
Yeah,
Everybody's
yeah.
auntie.
Oh.
And then everybody
I
auntie.
think
She
I know
played
what
Will
you're
auntie
Look,
in
I'm
Fresh
like-
Prince.
I'm
Yeah,
oh, I know
well,
what you're
yeah,
talking
there you
about.
go.
Like, oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Everybody
That's
auntie.
TT.
I think her book is called like Hollywood's favorite black aunt or some dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
But that was refreshing
probably
to just
real
see like,
Hollywood's
oh, we
favorite
got a summer home, y'all, and we going to that motherfucker,
Yeah.
and there's really nothing wrong here other than
You know.
Us.
Us.
we got
Us.
some money, like we got some money, and it's not a whole bunch of my teenage daughters not cutting their wrists. It was nice. It was really nice.
But you didn't like the movie.
I don't know how to feel about it yet
When
because
that other family showed up,
which one?
Oh, when
The
they-
white one?
hey,
Yeah, that
white
tripped
family,
me
they-
out.
shit caught me
That
off
was a good
guard,
one.
like-
That didn't catch
That
me
was a
off
good
guard,
flip.
but just the way
No.
that they took them out.
Yeah,
was-
they took him
no.
out so quick.
No,
though.
They
were
No
It caught me off
hesitation.
guard that it was them. that
Yeah.
it was not the black.
I was like,
family.
wait a second. Is it like
'Cause
some
I'm
weird?
just like, oh, maybe they just went to their house and shit. Like they about to fuck some shit up. Like, you know.
I initially thought it was some weird like a spiritual thing, like a spirit type. Oh, it can like it's like a host, like
Uh-huh.
it can morph into whatever it needs to
Oh,
morph
uh-huh.
into.
Think about that.
And I was like, this might be
Man, that shit
interesting.
was quick as fuck though.
Yeah, no monologue, no
Like,
nothing.
Man, what?
I think Jordan Peele does really good horror movies that don't really involve anything supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we
I would
we
think
never
that'd be
seen
pretty
him work
cool
on
if he
I mean,
did
we
that.
never seen him do anything supernatural either. So
I'm not saying that he doesn't. He can do something supernatural. I'm just saying that like for horror
Yo.
movies, they usually like rely on like
people.
like
a,
actual.
like a trope to like get you like, oh, there's this demon or something like that. It's
Mm.
never a demon
know
or
what?
anything like
Yeah.
that. It's just people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just always fucked up people.
I think that'd be really nice if he did though. Had like a supernatural. Yo, I'm
not
seeing
saying
that.
He probably could make a dope one out of that.
Yeah, I
would
think
see
so.
every fucking movie he makes.
Yeah, at this point, I'm definitely
would,
think
like,
I'm there. I think
because
I'm there.
Every movie that I've watched, both movies that I've watched of his have made me think outrageously afterwards, and I'm like, I need to just look at it again.
He's such a brilliant writer, though. Keanu, the creativity that he
I
got.
never fucking watched it.
You watch Keanu.
I'm gonna watch
It's
it.
definitely refreshing, like a good ass comedy.
I'm gonna watch it.
That fucking cat.
I'm
But
gonna watch
Is Keanu him and
him
Kenan?
and Key, yeah, they
Yeah, I
looking for
hate
that
that.
cat. I love it.
No, them together is
Oh,
not
I know what
good.
you're talking
No?
about.
No,
No?
they are trash together. I hate them. I hate Key and Peele.
Key and Peele. I liked
Yeah.
Key and Peele when it first came out.
I love the
I
light
don't
skin
like
one.
their,
That's bad.
humor together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I thought
It's
they were
like
pretty
an
funny.
off-brand Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Off-brand Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It's like,
And
and I get there like,
wait, damn it, this is not regular conscious reconstruction. I was about to get on what's his name, Daniel Caesar.
Is Daniel Caesar gay?
what?
No, I just know, is he really gay?
No,
Because I'm gonna be mad that he wrote all these songs about these bitches,
no.
and it's really about another dude, which I wouldn't be mad
I
at.
don't think he's gay, but
I think Dave Chappelle would just say
Overreaction.
he sounded gay.
Oh, okay.
he overreacted so hard.
He was like, that nigga gay as hell. All right, Dave.
Okay, back
Back
to
to
the movie.
us.
Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah.
So thoughts? How do y'all think about it? Or
Like I said,
Maybe,
I was
like-
let down. It was a disappointment. I've seen that oh, it's not really her. They really came to the other world. Oh no, like, oh, it was a big switcheroo somewhere. Like, I've seen that so many times before.
What else could it have been for you? Like, what would have been good for you? Like,
That's the thing. I
'cause
don't know.
I don't know what other ending I could see.
I'm not saying like it could have been any other way, but it's like, all right, I've seen this before. It was kind of
Yeah.
like, but I was already kind of, I don't know. Like I was just expecting something so much more. It was entertaining, but I don't know. Maybe I let myself down. Like, oh, okay.
Like, it was just so like.
It wasn't scary. Like I don't think it's a horror movie.
No,
It's a thriller.
It was.
Yeah,
more
I would
so
say a
the
thriller.
fact that it really was her was just like, damn, you just stole her whole life and you learned to live
Normal.
in a normal world and did everything that you were supposed to do as, an adult.
I don't know. That just doesn't sound crazy to me though.
It doesn't sound crazy.
No.
Yeah, it don't sound like it was. I've seen it so much done before. It's like, oh, okay. Like I just was like, all right. I'm gonna probably
know.
watch it again,
I guess
I
but
need to watch it again.
I don't
definitely.
feel let down because I feel like even without like the social aspect of like talking about us or the way that I thought it was gonna go,
mm-hmm.
I get what you're saying. Like you said that we've seen people like be switched out before, or like in Repo Man, the whole movie is basically this dude's like thought of him escaping from this one area, and realistically he
That
got
shit
caught.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, more or less, people's reactions were hilarious to me. The movie was a good movie though.
And
I
so
haven't
it's
seen
very-
that in a long time.
Can I just tell
It's,
y'all that being in a movie theater full of niggas was the greatest experience
Oh my gosh.
in my fucking life.
Niggas make me laugh.
I ain't gonna say I never experienced that before, but like
Nigga like, oh shit.
the whole, it was just so
It's
beautiful.
family
Like,
outside.
oh wait, I'm getting entertained on all aspects
I was
tonight.
so confused. Like, I was lost to why she wanted to look under the car.
Agreed.
That shit didn't make no sense.
Why didn't we run away?
That's the one thing. Like, there was so many situations that it was like, but why? Like, that's not even something I feel like a black person would do in a normal situation.
No, it wasn't blackety black at all.
Like, she was behind the car. She was on the other side of the car. Y'all look at each other weird through the windows. All right, bet. I'm keeping my eye on you because I don't know what you about to do.
Well, that makes sense.
But then you disappear.
And I look at
I'm leaving. I don't know where you just went. I'm not going to go down and look under the car.
I mean, if I look at it this way, if Jordan Peele is trying to interject more black people and more blackness into scary movies, we eventually, as black people, are going to have to play the roles of the dumb people. Y'all know that, right?
I understand.
We can't
But-
be
but-
that
It's
nigga.
inevitable.
All the people can
Okay. All right.
Nigga ain't about to fucking go outside. You see them niggas out there?
We just looking
We
at
can't
each
all
other.
be that-
We were just looking at each other like, no, I ain't going. Like, I ain't going either. The end. Like,
And then comes the dad. No, I got this.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be one of us.
All right. Fair enough. But we already had one.
But, well, yeah, I mean,
No,
I
but
suppose.
when I say it's gonna be like
I understand.
how
I
they
get
are
what you're
in their
saying.
movies.
Yeah, I understand.
whereas
I get
all
that.
of them. Wow, it's just like, why are y'all like this? Because that's what I felt about the whole film. Like, why are y'all like this? Why would you go outside? Why would you go back outside with the bat? Why
My
when they
belly's
said
growling,
safety
sorry.
key, you didn't let him come in and just crack him in the head? As soon as he opened the door,
That part.
wow.
Yep.
'Cause you got me fucked up.
Yep.
But alright, you tried to hold the door closed. You good. They was all though.
How do y'all feel about the part when?
Except for the mom who was like, we gotta run. Because she knew. She was like, oh shit.
Well,
she
that's
came back
'cause
for her
she
body.
already had. Like,
She came back for her life. I gotta go.
She already, yeah, she already knew what the fuck it was. She just
This bitch want her life for real?
Oh, you back. Oh, you came back. Oh, okay.
You want your life.
Okay.
Oh.
Better pack. Put your shoes on.
I think that was the
Right.
smartest advice that she gave to her though.
He's like, hey,
Put your
man,
shoes
look,
on.
Put your shoes on.
You a runner.
Right now.
You gonna be good.
Put your shoes on.
Ain't they about to start busting glass and shit? Put your shoes on.
Right.
But how y'all feel about the part when the son died though? The other son died. The tethered son. I was like kind of disappointed in that.
That was sad.
It
But
was
I got
very
it.
sad.
It made sense.
First of all, she had to have known that she was in the perfect spot, I'm going to say, standing next to that car to be able to snatch the real son.
Yeah.
I feel like she sacrificed that little boy.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. She
I'm
had to
in
have
full
known.
agreement that the girl that was trapped in the tether place, that's actually the real girl,
Uh-huh.
She don't
gave
give a-
no fucks
yeah,
about
she don't
them.
care about them.
No, because
She
she
did
said it
belong
from
there.
the jump.
she's like, I don't belong here.
She said it from the jump. This is your husband now. That nigga had to follow me around because he's yours.
Yep.
Literally, like, this nigga around me because you chose this nigga. I don't like
Right.
this nigga.
Yeah, I'm like none of these. I had this
On
monster.
the weekend.
She was born laughing.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck is
What
wrong
the
with
fuck
her.
wrong? I don't know what the fuck wrong with her.
They had to cut this one out
She
of me.
laughing and shit. Her eyebrows fucking barely there.
So I had to cut
This
the one.
nigga over here.
I had to cut him out of me, and then he set himself on fire
Uh-huh.
because he likes to play with fire. And I got Abraham, who don't talk, and he kind of look abusive.
Like he dumb as fuck.
Who just grunts.
This big old dumbass grunt nigga.
And this is what you
Real-ass
gave
nigga.
me.
Yeah,
know,
that
Just
sad.
imagine that nigga
That
That
grunting.
made
She
me so
knew
mad.
what the fuck
Oh,
was
why
about
did I
to
do
happen.
that?
Yeah, she
Straight sacrifice.
She sacrificed that little boy because she was like,
Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah.
Yeah.
and the little boy he
She
played
didn't
his
care.
part because he didn't know what was going on. And he was like, fuck, I will blow this car up.
Yep.
And the other little boy was like, you're not gonna blow my mommy up,
Yeah.
so I will walk
Break out the car.
backwards. Because everything I do, you copy.
You do. Yep.
Because all you other tether people are broken.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike my mother, who's a correct tether person.
Right.
Which is fucked up because she controls the real person. And now the real person is after us. And maybe that's why the real person moves and dies, because that's the only way she's free.
Yo, imagine
Because
what that
that's what she
husband.
said, that's what
And
she
that's
knows
why
was
she
different.
was so able to dodge all those attacks
Yeah.
when she was down
'Cause that's
when they
her
was fighting
movements.
because it's her movements originally.
Yeah.
All right, so the like basic psychology, like Carl Jung and Freud and everybody else, like even in mythology.
Oh, mommy fucker?
Woo! So that was deep.
I mean, Freud
Just-
says it all. Everybody, all men want to fuck their mothers. That's his theory.
Chill. Just look to the point.
I'm just saying that's what he thinks.
Let me get to the point. So
Go ahead.
in mythology, they study mythology. So they're saying like on the bigger aspect, like for example, Isis and Nephthys in Egyptian mythology. It's two sides of the same coin. So you have your light sister who would be Isis, and then you have Nephthys who's your dark side. So essentially we all have this person on the front, which is your ego, your personality, which will represent the correct tethered people. And then your shadow aspect of yourself is something that's really actually controlling your reality. Because it's everything that you don't want to acknowledge about yourself. The time that you got hit in the face and all the kids laughed at you, so now you don't want to public speak or whatever, and you don't know why. Or like a dog bit your leg when you were a child and you don't know why. You definitely afraid of dogs. So I thought that was a good metaphor for that, because that's when I first initially saw the trailer. I was like, oh, it's a metaphor for your dark side, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Now that y'all said that the government created those, I'm wondering, did they really control the reality? You know what I'm saying? Because essentially, like your dark side really does control what you do day to day, like your fears and everything. Like if you're afraid to fly, you're gonna avoid airplanes, even though you know what I'm saying you can't walk to Paris.
Yeah.
You're still gonna be scared as fuck.
Yeah.
So actually, your dark side actually really controls
You
your.
can catch
reality.
a boat to Paris.
Hmm?
You can catch a boat to Paris.
No more alcohol for you.
I mean, DJ Khaled was terrified of flying, and he would
I just feel like
catch boats
Fuck
and shit
DJ
like that.
Khaled.
The
He don't
places.
eat pussy and he want his wife to suck his dick.
yeah, fuck him.
Alright. That's also a very true statement. He says, "Yeah, nah, I don't do that." But I
Aw.
mean, when you bringing in 10 million a year,
Man, fuck DJ Khaled.
I'm
Man, fuck DJ
if
Khaled.
he bringing in 10 million and she alright with it, I
Man,
feel
fuck
like
DJ
they
Khaled. I mean, I
situation
feel
alright.
it, but man, fuck DJ Khaled.
I feel like I don't know if I can sacrifice
Where the
that.
love at?
I feel like I'm going to find a young poor boy to do it.
And she might be having one.
She might be.
But she
Hey.
just gotta also be willing to know that I'm not doing it, and I do expect you to be down there at 6:30 to 10:30
God.
with a half-hour break.
Shit.
Get you some ice.
Get these divorce papers. Wish that was a part-time job to be sucking somebody's dick for 4 hours. Sorry, 3.5 because I got a break. 3.5 hours of dick sucking. The fuck wrong with you?
So an hour of dick sucking. What is the appropriate amount of time that dick can be sucked?
For me to dick suck?
I mean, I guess I wasn't really trying to get into your personal business. I just meant in general because you made
In
it sound
general,
like,
I can't speak for all women.
I mean, you made it sound like 3 hours.
But I
is
had
way
got
too
15 minutes, and then I would stop. And then if you still ain't achieved your amount of whatever, then I can go another 15. That's it. If you ain't coming and you trolling, all right? You fucking with me, and I don't like it. And I understand, like, you just want me to suck your dick. We got other things to do. So anyway,
It
us.
takes 3 hours to do.
I got fucking clothes in the washing machine. Down there going off.
But why you got things to do?
Hmm?
So only,
I'm not sucking dick all day, okay?
but only 30 minutes?
Only 30. Do you understand? Like, if you down there, you vet a girl out longer than 30 minutes,
Yeah.
well, good for you. I'm not doing that.
I imagine you asked
I
me,
feel
bro.
like-
Think about myself, I'm like,
Yo, that shit
On a
just
good
made my
night.
fucking throat just. Y'all got to stand up. I don't know. My jaw just got locked up from just thinking about anything other than 30 minutes worth of. Oh my God.
do some tongue exercises.
Mm.
I just
No, listen, I love it. Like, I'm very passionate about it. You got 30 minutes tops of me being very passionate about that shit.
We just took a
I'm not just gonna be
whole
down there.
different
Okay,
type of
you know what?
conversation.
we're gonna go back
On
to
the
this
movie.
movie. Cause I don't know how we got into it.
Cause you start
don't
talking about DJ Khaled, and it's just like, fuck it, cause he don't eat pussy.
I
I gotta be down there 3.5 hours. I'm calling the fucking U.S. Department of Labor. I can get paid for this shit.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, wait, cause he makes $10 million a year. But anyway, us in psychology.
Yeah. Call you.
So that was it. Just like I said, your dark side actually really controls your reality, what you think is the real part of you. But actually, your dark side is actually the real part of you. Cause think about it.
Well, it depends.
If the thing about the human condition for real, like it's really savage in the first place. Like
It
really
only-
primal and really savage.
Yes.
I
Agreed.
mean, it's not really the human condition. We'd like to separate ourselves and act like we're not animals. We are.
We are.
Yeah.
So it's not primal and savage. It's animalistic like all other animals. Pretty basic.
I heard
We're
a
just a lot more creative with the ways we destroy each other.
I heard a scholar say, but what separates us from animals and humans is our imagination, because we have the ability to like imagine. That's what separates us.
That's nice. It sounds cool, but we the same. If our imagination separated us so
we know
greatly,
animals can't imagine
then we
though.
probably wouldn't.
What creativity does an animal have? Like a fucking beaver? Like his creativity goes as much as building a dam.
I mean,
That
I
is
don't-
true.
that's
We
not
have
really-
to
I
think
don't-
about creative
I
ways to
mean,
survive,
but
right?
You gotta think about it though, right?
I feel like
Our
creativity.
creativity only went as far as our minds allowed us. It only went as far as we needed it to go. Our creativity never expands further than what we needed it. When it does, we don't get anywhere. We're just stuck until we figure out a way to get there.
But if you go from a standpoint from, all right, let's say we would say like, all right, we started in the dark ages, which I don't believe. Would y'all rather be living in the dark ages like they would now, or did your creativity expand from that? Are you saying like we reached peak creativity,
I
or
guess
you're
what he's
saying
is that it's. I guess it's not creativity, it's survival.
Yeah, it's not
And
necessary.
we have a large enough brain to rationalize how to survive in newer ways. All right, so this shit is terrible, and we die, and our shelter isn't provided the way that we need it to be provided for, and we aren't secure. So then we rationalize new ways to make that more secure.
I would say, think about
Animals
it
do
this
the
way,
same thing. It's just on a much more basic level.
right? Half of this planet is not our natural habitat. We cannot survive on half of this planet.
Without assistance.
Yeah, like if we went anywhere like past our just needs of survival, which humans we push way past what we actually need to survive, we wouldn't live half the places in the world we do. We couldn't survive half the places in the world we do. It's only a need. Like animals don't push further because they don't need to go further. A beaver doesn't need more than its dam. A beaver doesn't need. It could have the whole forest or the whole river system, or it could do. It possibly could build a 3-story dam, 4-story dam. But why?
That's what I'm saying. When did the human say, I want to go venture out somewhere else? That's what sets us apart. A beaver stays there generation after generation after, never thinks about anything else. But what sets us apart is the fact that a human had a thought to say, hey, I was born here, but is there somewhere else? Where does this river lead to? I don't know. Let's follow the river.
That's not just a human thing, though,
No,
either, because animals migrate.
They migrate because of an instinct they have in them. We just do it just for the fuck of it.
No, we
because
we're called to explore.
Humans move.
You've never your
for
natural instinct
benefit.
isn't to just know and be curious about the world.
It is, but if
But
we're
that's
talking
not-
about
no,
animals,
no,
they don't just
but
explore
see,
for the
you-
sake
but
of
What you
exploring.
did was you dismissed your own instincts. Your instinct is to be curious and explore. That's animalistic. It's just different. All animals have different instincts.
But we're talking about exploring just for the sake of
But
exploring,
that's what our instinct is.
not for the sake of survival.
But that doesn't change what your instinct.
That's not
if
true.
your
We explore
instinct-
to survive also.
If your instinct is to just explore,
Because
we're
we have to
But ain't
naturally-
that's what set us apart?
No.
No.
How?
Because we're naturally curious
If a
creatures.
goose has to move
Okay.
to the south for winter,
Mhm.
right? And then he has to move back and forth. He doesn't really traject out of that. He doesn't say, let's go east.
Right.
A human has the ability to say, let's try east.
I feel like you're using
Okay, well, let's say
so
a smarter
taking
animal then. We'll
rationale.
use elephants. Elephants go on, 80-year journey, like years through the same paths. And once those paths die, they have to forge new paths that they've never done before because they need food, they need to go, they find new areas, they discover new stuff, and that becomes a new path along which they travel. They carry whole families along these paths for years.
And even if they go down that same path, they still gonna be doing the same thing.
But
A
they go
human
down- but
won't be
they'll
doing the
make a
same
new
thing if
path.
it goes down a new path.
So that's not true. We've gone down. Okay, so we created trains, and that was a new path for us, and explored and figured out how to use steam power. You know what we did with that? Killed each other. And then we created.
But it's still creative.
No, but what you're saying is we'll do something different. We won't. What we do is kill each other with everything creative that we make.
That's essentially what we
Every
do.
height of our creativity.
But it's still
comes-
creative. Like that's
but-
what sets you
but-
apart from an
but
animal.
that's
like,
not setting us apart. What you said is what sets us apart is doing
get-
something different. What we do is the same in a different process. We figure out how to kill you in a new way. Oh, that way it's no longer as effective as it was before. Just like, oh, this food isn't effective getting it from over here no more, so we got to find a new way. So we just find a new way to kill each other. Our instincts are to be destructive and to be curious about life. That's still animalistic.
yeah.
People just want to be separate from animals because it makes them feel better.
I'm an animal.
We're all animals. It's just
Big dog.
we have the ability to rationalize,
Roof.
and so we want to be different than the things that we view as lower than us.
Fuck was that?
But I can tell my dog to go upstairs, and he'll walk upstairs. I can tell, get out of my face. He's going to get out of my face. I can tell him, hey, I need you to go to the other room. And he's going to leave the room and go to the other room.
So if I talk to you like that, you'd catch a fucking attitude.
No? If you tell me to go to the other room.
So if I go to the other room.
But if his dog didn't look at him as the head of the pack, he'd catch a fucking attitude.
Exactly. He doesn't listen to anybody else like that. It's me.
He listens to your mom.
No.
No, he doesn't.
No. He
You know that night you walked out the house?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get back in the house anytime soon.
No.
What?
He just leaves. Yeah, my dog.
How long was he gone?
He got about up the middle of the street.
He'll run up to the middle of the street, or he just be doing whatever he wants to.
No, because when he wants to do what he wants to do, he's gonna go do that instead of listening to you.
As long as I'm not here.
Yeah.
So whenever Tony's not here, he does what he wants to do. Like, he just ran away, and I found him on the side of the street just walking. Because you know what he did? He opened the back door. He hit it, realized, oh, let me lean up and hit the handle so I can open the door. So animals are smart. He didn't need to go out. He wanted to go out and chase deer. So that's what he decided to do. I just feel like most things are pretty much animals and use creativity to solve their needs, but I don't think that changes what we are. I think that's what this movie was kind of about. It was like, because the whole family had to hit their baser needs and like get to killing for real. Like, little girl, she went full on savage against a twin. When I'ma bash your head in, I'ma hit you with the poke with the club, like the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she
keep smacking your ass in the bathroom. The
Yeah.
sun came through.
Yeah, the whole family hit they base her needs. It was who you had to be. I don't know how we got on psychology from the movie.
Oh, she gave us a whole lesson.
Yeah.
Carl Young.
Lesson, and then we got into DJ Khaled, and then it took a left.
Yeah.
All right, we got anything else about the movie? Hoe ass niggas.
We spoiled most of this shit for y'all.
You spoiled all that shit.
Every single
So, I hope
crevice
you
of the
seen it, 'cause
movie.
if not,
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you shouldn't listen to this. But I am
Definitely gonna drop it on Monday.
It says you at the end of the fucking podcast. If you haven't seen it, you shouldn't listen to it. Try to listen to the whole fucking podcast.
To get to that part.
Thanks.
Reverse spoiler.
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Sorry about that.
I
This
think
has
he
been
yelled spoiler alert.
The
at the
Conscious
beginning of it.
Reconstruction podcast. We had a great debate. We will be back
The great debate
with some more sexy conversations.
task.
Oh, and
Oh, I
be
got
on the
it.
lookout for
Watch
Task.
hard. Watch hard.
Watch.
Be
Watch
on the lookout for
hard.
tasks.
Be on the lookout
so you
for
can
tasks.
watch hard.
Watching you so hard.
You gotta
Watch hard.
Alright. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow on social media.
Follow
SoundCloud, YouTube.
at Conscious Reconstruction.
At
Conscious Reconstruction. This
Yeah.
is Gideon the Gray.
Gideon.
fucking
Zero cool.
0.
is Logical High.
Logic
You know who I
out.
am.
03. He angry right now. And we out this bitch. Goodbye.
Yo.